Hello Stampers, it's Amy with Stampin' Magic. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I have for you another quick and simple card, and this uses the lovely new Around the Corner stamp set. So this will be available to customers on June the 1st, so coming very soon, and it is absolutely lovely. I have done a video with another card using this set previous to this one, and if you pop over to my blog you'll be able to find it on there, or if you go to my YouTube channel it'll be the one before this one. So today we're going to use this lovely sentiment to create our focal point. So let's get started. Again, very minimal supplies. You're going to need a card base, and for this I'm using the lovely new Call Me Clover. This is one of our new in colours, and it's kind of a different size card base to normal. I basically trimmed it down to fit this sentiment. So this card base you'll need 6 3/4 inches by 5 7/8 of an inch, and then fold it in half. I will put all the measurements on my blog with a list of everything you'll need to make this project, and you'll find that in the description bar below. You'll also need a piece of Whisper White. This is for stamping. We're going to trim this down also. And you'll also need a piece of our new DSP, which is the 2018-2020 in colour designer series paper. That was a mouthful. And you're going to need the Call Me Clover polka dots here, which we're going to put into that. And just to show you the rest of the paper, sorry for the rustling, little bits coming out. You've got some gorgeous colours. So these are all new in colours, and these are the patterns you'll get. So you'll get these 4 designs in every single in colour, and you've got the pineapple punch there. So really vibrant, pretty colours. You're also going to need some sequins or embellishments. I'm using the Tutti Frutti embellishments here, which will be retiring, but you know, it's good to mix something old with something new. So you can put any embellishments you like in here. This would look really nice with pearls, depending on the colours. These colours for me are more masculine, I would say. This is the sort of colours I would use for a card for one of my brothers who loves green. So yeah, but you could go, if it's more pinks, you could put pearls on there. You can put some ribbon around this section here. So there's ways of changing it up and up in the card. And the inks you'll need: Call Me Clover, lovely new in colour; Mint Macaron, which has come back. When I first joined Stampin' Up, this was just leaving, so I didn't get a chance to grab this. So I'm so glad it's back because it's such a beautiful colour. And crushed curry. So we're going to start with the stamping. I'm going to bring in all the colours, and I'm going to put them in order of how I'm going to stamp them. And for this you're going to want your stamping scrub on the side ready. I'm just going to spray some on there just so that's ready to go. Okay, if you've got your Stamparatus, this will make it quick and easy. I'm just going to do it by hand. And I'm going to literally ink it up in Call Me Clover. Line it up on here, not quite to the edge but near enough. So there's a little gap. And then stamping down. Make sure you scrub it off really well, because you're going to go on to another colour. And you're going to line this up, leaving a little gap. Like so. And then you're going to continue rotating the colours. If you're struggling to line it up, make sure to keep a white space at the top and the bottom here. And that keeps it all neat. But if you look at the Y's, that's going to be your point. So try and line them up as best you can, centre. Again, it's a handmade card. The design, you're not going to notice too much if you go off slightly. But see how you go. So I'm going to go fast forward this. I'm going to rotate all the colours and I'll come back to you in a second. When you're done, you should end up with that kind of arrow look. And we're done with all our ink pads, so I'm going to put them out of the way. Okay, the next thing you want to do is you're going to need to trim your arrow point of your cardstock. So how I do this is I'm lining up the wire so that there's a white gap. I don't know how well you can see that, before the writing starts, and then just trim. And the same with this side. So again, it doesn't have to be a perfect arrow, it doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical. And then you're left with that. Okay, so we're going to bring in our card base and our Tombow. And I'm going to glue my DSP down first. And I'm doing this to the left hand side, leaving a small border. Okay, like that. And then we're going to want to pop this up on dimensionals. So use as many or as few you think you need. I know I always say in my videos, don't go stingy with your dimensionals, because after a while your card will get crushed, it'll sag in places, and you've put so much effort into making a lovely card, you don't want that to happen. Okay, so plenty of dimensionals. It is a big panel after all. If you've got any dimensional foam that's foam strips, I would say that would be a good option to use for a big panel like this. You could also use fun foam, cut it slightly smaller to the same shape, and you could put fun foam behind it. Okay, so now I'm going to leave a border again, but you also want to line it up with your DSP. Okay, so I think that's just about right. And then you just put your embellishments on. So I'm going to use the Tutti Frutti sequins. I'm going to use the yellow ones. It gives a nice pop. So I'm going to put a couple here, one over there. So that is it. Super simple, relatively quick once you've got your stamping out of the way. And it just goes to show another way you can use your sentiments. You don't just have to have one sentiment on a card. You can stamp it many, many times to do a nice background piece, or in this case to create the design of the arrow. So if you did like this card, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe. The link to my blog and Facebook page are in the description bar below. So I hope you have a lovely day. Bye!